Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Think Big and Be Inspired show. Today we have a very special guest, Tisha Nihorster. Tisha is, of course, a mother of six, and she's worked a lot of leadership programs for the government and for the healthcare. She's also volunteered, and she's a global goodwill investor. So please join me in welcoming Tisha. Tisha, how are you?
Hi, Ahmed. I'm well. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's a great honor to be here. I'm fine. How are you?
We're doing fine. It's my pleasure and honor too, of course, to have you today. Tisha, we want to get the start. Tell us your secret. How are you managing your time? I know you're a mother of six. Of course, we are. We
The big
want to know
question.
the yes. How are you managing your time and between your work and of course parenting and all that with your kids?
Yes, well, having a big family, it costs money, of course. So obviously, you have to work if you want to be able to do fun things with your family and your children, right? So I actually always worked when I had children, since I had children, and before that too, of course. What really helped me to manage all of this is to create a routine, um,
Yes,
because this really helps yourself to have a peace of mind because you know what to expect. And same goes for the children because they also know what to expect, having these structured habits. So having a routine really helped me. Then there's no questions because they know this is how it goes, same day, every day. And that really works for them. Also, you have to create really healthy habits because if you want to run a big family and also run a business,
true,
basically your health is your biggest wealth. If you want
true.
to keep standing up and keep
Yes.
going. So healthy habits is also very important, and also be flexible and above all practical, you know. So think of things that can make your life a little bit easier. Don't make things too difficult. Just keep it simple. Do what is necessary. But basically, what do kids need most? They need a roof over their house. They need a routine. They need a bed to sleep in. They need love, and attention. And those are the most important things in children's lives. So if you provide those, it's not all that difficult, to determine what your children need. And also, what really helped me, especially having more children fight, right?
Yes.
My kids fight too. So
Mm.
choose your battles, I would say. Let the little things go. If it's not worth fighting over, just let it go. It's not worth your energy, and just focus on positive energy.
Yes, true. You must save your energy and fight for the right things. And you're saying it's not easy. I want to say that you're a hero, a mother of six. I have a young daughter, and we talked about this before. So I'm having one, and I'm having a little bit of issues. So you're telling me six, and you're not having issues. I admire, of course, how you manage your time and between them and work. It's a great job.
Well, thank you so much. But I think not having issues, that's actually a fairy tale. I think
Yes.
every parent has issues. Me too. Obviously, we all think about, oh, maybe I should have handled this better. Maybe I could have done this differently.
True, true.
But that's also an experience, right? So you try
Yes,
things, you learn, and you then experience what works, what doesn't work. And for
true.
next time, you know better, and I'm not afraid also to tell my children the same thing. I'm not perfect. I will make mistakes. That's okay. We can adjust. We move on, and we do better next time.
Yeah, of course, that's the way, a better way of parenting. That to know that everything is not perfect, and we cannot provide them with everything on the same time. So they are ready when they get older, and
Yes.
they can understand life earlier.
Yes, and they know then how to solve problems because I think that is a skill. If you show your children, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to adjust. It's okay to try. You learn from it. You move on. I think that is a great skill to teach them. To teach them it's okay to try things. Try different approaches, see what works best, adjust, and then you see for yourself what works best. And if you teach them that skill, they have a very good problem solving skill that they
Yeah.
can use in their own lives, when they grow up, and even as a child also, they can practice this.
Yeah, that takes me actually to the second question. And tell me about your volunteering work. I see before you made something like bully aware campaign and something like that. Tell me about it. And that's because that's also concerning children and to avoid being bullied and all that. And it's concerning the mental health of the children. Tell me
Yes.
how did this start? And
How that started? Well, that actually started years ago. I was bullied myself as a child with my name because in Dutch my name rhymes to something, that you can interpret as a funny word. And so as a child I was bullied with my name. And
yeah,
then when I went to high school I actually changed my name
oh,
a
really?
little bit. I did. So
Uh,
that because I wanted to prevent from being bullied with it again. And it
yeah.
wasn't that happened when I was, I think, about 12 when I like changed my name. And it wasn't until I was 40 that I changed my name back to my original name. So that,
Oh,
yes, that actually took years and years. And what changed that was that I took an online course years ago to create an online product. And during that course, you really had to step out of your comfort zone. You had to do things
yes.
that you didn't do before. I had to make vlogs, I had to make posts, I had to make webinars, put myself out there. And as scary as that was, it also gave me the confidence because it actually
Confidence,
went quite
yes.
well. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I thought, why am I actually not using my original name? And I then got the confidence to use my own name again. And so since then, I actually changed my name on LinkedIn as well to now this is my original name.
Wow, that's a great story. I never heard this
Yeah,
story from
so
you. We got connected, but it's good, of
yeah,
course, that you raise your confidence and it actually it's a beautiful name, and that's the message I think here that even if you how you can get out of this bullying thing and through confidence and through trying new things, stepping out of your comfort zone and
yes.
be brave like you did.
And that really inspired me because also, besides myself, also one of my daughters was also bullied as a child. And especially as a parent, I felt so powerless. I tried everything. I tried talking to the teacher, to the school. I tried to give her confidence, but it's hard, when your child is being bullied and like nothing changes, even though you talk to the school, you talk to the teacher several times and the situation isn't changing. That can really, yeah, make you so discouraged and make you feel so powerless. And that's actually what inspired me mostly to try to help parents and children who go through the same situation. Plus, I think cyberbullying. Now, more and more children are online, more and more every day, and I think that is also a big issue, cyberbullying. So that's why I actually started to help parents and children who, went through the same situation. So that's
Uh,
actually how that was born.
Yeah, it's a great cause, of course, and because this really affects the children and affect the parents. The parents cannot prevent this.
So,
It makes you feel bad, really bad, that you cannot help your children. Ahmed Yahya here is saying great story. Thank you, Ahmed, for tuning
thank you,
in.
Anna.
Shinawaj here also is sending his regards. Thank you, Shinawaj, for joining. Tisha, what about the Global Goodwill Ambassador also for Belgium and Holland? And this, how did this is also part of your volunteering work? How did this come? And I think you're
Yes,
still doing it.
yes, I still do that actually. So I joined the Global Goodwill Ambassadors in 2018 because it's such a great organization, and I really
Yes.
liked the people there. We call ourselves the GGA family.
Yes.
Yes, and this is a family of people globally who are all helping people in some way, or helping animals, or helping with the environment. And it's all related to the UN, to the sustainable causes.
Yes.
Um, and it really fits in beautifully with my personality, because ever since I was a little girl, I always knew what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to help people. I did not
Yeah.
know how then yet as a child, but I always knew that I want to help people. And so this just fits in beautifully. And then after being with them for a couple of years, the GGA chair for Holland and Belgium stepped down, and then the position became available, and yeah, was offered to me, and that was such a great honor. So I'm really happy with that position, and yeah, it's been a great experience, and again, it's also a great network of people. It's a lot of
Yes.
positivity.
Yes.
When they say there's a saying that you are who you surround yourself with, and if you can
True.
surround yourself with people who want to achieve positivity in the world, who want to make the world a better place, well, then that's just an amazing opportunity, also for yourself to help others, but also for yourself to have that positivity around you.
Yes, true. It's of course it's a great organization, and I know of course some of our also connections are working there, and it's a great opportunity to give back to the environment and to community, and that's great. Of course, to surround yourself with positivity, as you're saying. This will take us also to your work on leadership. I see that you did also a lot. You work on leadership programs for the government, for the health sector. Tell us, how did you start this passion and how it's going?
How it's going? Well, that actually started years ago too. I do that also online, by the way.
Yeah,
And again, this is also connected on being a person of service,
yeah,
where you can put yourself in a position to help others, and to help clients maybe, but also to help teams to perform better, to work more efficiently, and to help those people in that team to be the best version of themselves. And that's what I just really love to do. When you look at a team of people, how can you achieve what you need to achieve in the best way? And so that has always really inspired me. And I think um, what is really important there, because working with people is not always easy.
yes,
If you want to change things, there can be resistance, from people. Not everyone likes change. That is really a natural reaction, by the way, because
true.
it's really a natural reaction, people not liking change. But sometimes you just have to, if you want to break through patterns. But that takes a little bit of time for some people to see that. So I think what really helps is to always be authentic, because if people see the true you, when you give them a message, they just know, when it's genuine or not. So I think that really helps. If they really can see who you are as a person and what your true intentions are, then you come across as authentic, and then you are much more able to communicate your message in a way that will help you to get that team along, with whatever you want to implement in that team. I think it's also very important to lose your ego, you know.
Yes,
Yes, leave your ego at the door, because there's no time for that, really. If you want to make consistent changes, help people, again, there's going to be some resistance in some situations, but there's no ego will only stand in the way of you moving forward. So I think that is very important, because you have to be, in my opinion at least, that's the type of leadership that speaks to me most, that fits my personality best, is to be a servant leader. Is to
true.
yes, is to really help those people to be the best version of themselves. And that is different for some people. It's not for everyone the same. But if you can help people to be the best version of themselves, and you can help to create new leaders, then I think you're doing a great job as a leader.
Yeah, that's true. If you lead by example, if you lead by empathy and compassion,
Yes.
people will will follow this, and you'll get the best out of your team. I totally agree with you and respect that you're doing this work. And of course, it's a great that you're teaching leadership. And before COVID, of course, you were going, I think, in conferences and public speaking for that, right?
Yes, yes. Sadly, this is now only online. So, but I do hope we can all go back to that very soon, because it's really nice, to go to a place, to meet people, to actually talk to
Yes,
people face to face, to tell
yes,
your story. Tell your story. What is your experience? What helps you? What you went through? So also be vulnerable, talk about it, and then
yes,
connect to people. Connect to them, and maybe see them in the next conference. And it's such a great networking event also, right?
yes,
I love meeting new people. That's just making new friends, making new relationships, and that is the thing about the online journey and about being a speaker. That's one of the things I love most.
yeah. That's great. Of course, meeting people from different nationality, and this is what conferences bring to you, and public speaking. Of course, I hope things get back to normal soon, but also I think we got to know each other through what happened, and I think we got to connect it through a lot of people. That will take me also to your journey in LinkedIn. Tell me, how did it grow, and how did you start in LinkedIn, and how this COVID, how did you manage to grow your network on LinkedIn during COVID?
Yes. Okay. So when I started, basically when I started LinkedIn, I just had an online resume.
Yeah,
Um, that was LinkedIn for me. It was my online resume, and I was employed back then. I now work for myself, So back
yeah,
then I was employed, so there really was also not much of a need to use it in any other way. At the point when I took that online course that I spoke about earlier,
yeah.
again we had to step out of our comfort zone. We had to make profiles on all the big platforms. One of them was LinkedIn, and then we had webinar week in that course, where we had to put an announcement out about our webinars, and then get people to come to your webinar. And if you've never done that before, that's a bit scary, right?
Yes,
And so I tried that on all the big platforms. I just switched and I thought, let's do it. Let's just try it. We'll see what happens. And then I found that LinkedIn, I actually got such nice responses of people, among others from Amer Kayal,
yeah.
who whose
Ah,
post
yeah.
yes, I saw his
Shout
post
out to Amir
before.
Khayyar. Yeah, of course, he's a great person
Absolutely.
on LinkedIn, and very nice gentleman. Yes,
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 and he's become a good friend of mine. And he actually, I didn't knew him back then, but I did like his posts. He always had these
yes,
motivational, inspirational posts. And when you have a little bit of a down moment on a day, you see that post and it helps you, to be inspired.
yes.
And I really love that. And then he started sharing my messages. He started asking people to come to my webinar. And I thought, oh my God, how
That's
amazing.
great.
that was that was so kind of him. And then, yes, then I really found that LinkedIn is much more than an online
The
resume.
CV. Yes,
Amazing network, amazing connection way, to have new connections, to create your new network. And so I started posting there more and more. And then, also something that I learned, and I've talked about that in other interviews as well.
yeah,
Something that was taught by us was the QVCA rule. And that means that you have to post quality, so no rubbish, post quality, and post value. If you make a
yeah,
post, try to make it to add value to people's lives, something that they need.
cool.
QVCA, now the C stands for consistency. So if you
Yeah,
want to build an audience on LinkedIn or on any other platform for that matter, LinkedIn is my favorite.
yes,
Then you have to be really consistent in posting. So what I do is that I post every day, even on weekends. Sometimes I miss a day, when it's too busy with meetings or whatever.
yeah,
But usually I post every day. So the consistency is really important because then people know they can expect a new post from you every day. And if they like your content, then
Yes.
they will return to your profile, you know.
True.
And the A stands for, authenticity. Be authentic, be you. Because if you make videos or if you present like a fake profile or fake
Yes.
attitude, that people are
People
smart.
will know.
They
Yeah.
will know. They will see right through that, and that's also costs you too much energy. So be yourself, and not everyone will like you. That's okay. There are
That's
many other peoples that they maybe do like. If they do not like you, that's okay. But you create your own audience of people that really like your content and that resonate with you and your style. And so that's what I've been doing since 2018. And I feel very blessed that it's now 393,000
Yeah, with
my
almost
heart.
400,000 followers,
Yes.
that's really good.
So,
Yeah,
yes. And I think that I'm really grateful for that, for all the followers, because I think I'm very grateful for all of them following me and liking my content. And that's been such a blessing to be able to put your thoughts out there, put your value out there, and having people respond to that in a way that it helps them, that it inspires them, that it motivates them, and that does something to you too as a person. So I feel very blessed to have grown my audience that way. And so thank you all. So it's been an amazing journey.
yeah. True. Of course, it's an amazing journey, and I always say that, like you're saying, I like these four letters. Uh, Authenticity is very important, and you
Yes,
must not fake it. Like say, be normal, be yourself, and people, like you said, it's okay if people don't like you because this is a platform with 750 million people, so you'll find people following you and people like your content. I totally agree. And Yasmin Yahya here is sending also regards, saying humanizing the brand is the new world of personal branding. Totally agree with Yasmin, saying hence
absolutely.
being authentic. Yeah, absolutely, Yasmin.
Oh,
Great, spot on.
spot on, Yasmin. So true. Because I think what people want, if you're doing business on LinkedIn, um, people want to know who you are. They want to see you as a person. So they do not want to only see your picture, or maybe when you have your profile, please put in a picture of yourself. I do see
Exactly,
still some
exactly.
profiles that do not have a profile picture, or have a profile picture of some object or some
Yeah,
background. No, that's not. You really have to put in your own picture because people want to see you. They want to know who you are, and they want to do business with a person, and
true.
they want to get to know you. And I think one of my mentors gave the example years ago, but I never forgotten that, is when you try. It's really important also to build relationship, of course, and if you talk to people online and you propose something to them, buy my product or follow me, whatever, it's so important that you build that relationship first. Because compare this to having a relationship. If you go on a date with someone, you do not propose on the first date, right?
True,
No.
true. Good,
First
good
you build,
example. Good example.
yes, so you take time and you build a relationship, and after a while, when there's confidence, when you like each other, then you propose, but not
True.
before. And it's the same thing with business. People need to get to know you first. So also the engagement part, engaging with other people's posts, engaging back on the comments under your post. If people take the time to comment, then it's really nice of you to comment back. And I think that's so important to build that relationship and to be a real human. So spot on, Yasmin. That was a great addition. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Yasmin Yahya, for tuning in and really great comments and great engagement. And true, you need if you're selling something, just don't cold sell. You have to build a relation. People
Yes,
have to know you, engage with people, comment, post regularly. All this will help you, of course. In the picture, try to put picture smiling, like close up picture and professional picture of you,
yes,
not actual objects. This will help you. This will
yes.
help you a lot. I totally agree with you. That's of course that's true. A lot of people here they're saying I had you propose on first date and happens, but it
Well,
doesn't work out. I think
well, I would actually love to know. So did he or she marry
that
actually one of those
yeah,
persons or not?
did this work out or not?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we go also to like keeping, taking care of your health and your balance during COVID, and this is a very important topic. Not only mental health, how to be a strong, healthy, and be able to watch out for your kids, for the people around you, and support other people also to be healthy. And tell us about this. Like you're now, I know you're more engaging in health and awareness for people to be more healthy. And tell us about this and about this story. And you're more directed now towards healthy products and promoting health for people.
Yes, but really that goes hand in hand with the leadership because it's
Yes,
basically healthy leadership, so
yes,
that's what I talk about and that's what I offer. Yeah, creating healthy habits. I think that is the most important part. I think we can all agree now, especially since COVID hit us, that your biggest wealth is your health. Without your health, you cannot do anything. You cannot take care of yourself, you cannot take care of your kids, you cannot work, and it's so important to be in good health. And so since it's maybe now almost a year ago, I
yeah,
came into contact with Zinzino, which you see behind me, and it says inspire
yeah,
change life. um, and that is such a profound mantra which speaks to me really highly. I breathe this. This goes hand in hand with the leadership as well. That's exactly what I want to do, is to help inspire healthy change in lives. And so what I do, again, it's the healthy habit is having a healthy routine.
yeah,
And for me, and I talked about this before, I take this balance oil every day. My
yeah,
family takes it too. My customers take it. I know you take it as well. So,
yeah, yeah. I agree
and
with you. It's a great product. Yeah,
yes, it is really, it is such an easy habit to take this little bit of oil every day. It tastes wonderfully. It's not dirty, tasty, not fishy.
yes,
Every day you take a little bit, and then it's such a good addition to your nutrition, and to make sure that your omega 3s in your body are sufficient enough to help improve your health. And this will help with so many problems, like your sleep, like your brain function, your heart function, your immune system. If you have high blood pressure, I actually never knew how vital this is for your health until I started using it myself. And I've seen some amazing results. So for me, my most important habit every day is to take the balance oil together with my kids. But again, it's not sufficient, only the balance oil. What's also
yeah.
really important, of course,
Your eating
is
habits and your healthy habits
the
and all
healthy
that.
habits, so move, and whatever you want to do, like moving. Do you like riding a bike? Do you like to run? Do you like to take walks? Do you like yoga? Doesn't matter, just move. Pick something and start moving every day, half an hour. I
Exactly.
think that's just key. Drink enough water, because that will also help with your brain function. It will help get also the toxics out of your body. And drink water instead of those sodas, because sugar, you really do not want to have too much sugar. And also for your children, I think it's so vital. Have them drink water, because it's the most healthiest thing. And if they get used to that, if that becomes a habit, then they can enjoy that for the rest of their lives, and that will help them to stay healthy as well. Um, and since I've been with Cinzino, I've been educated so much about health and well-being and nutrition, um, that also your food, I really learned that eating real food is also really important. And what is real food? According to Dr. Paul Clayton, I watched a meeting with him last week, and he explained, well, real food usually has less than 6 ingredients. And real food has ingredients that you understand, right?
Yeah.
So if it has all these E numbers or whatever that you don't understand, then it's processed food. And well, that is usually not good for your health. So
Yeah.
try to, and of course, we all have a pizza sometimes or potato
Yes.
fries. Me too. You don't have to stop that, but if you, for the majority, eat healthy and eat real food, I think that's really key for your health as well.
I totally agree. Nidal Hekel sending his regards. Thank you, Nidal, for tuning in. I think he's tuning in from the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Totally agree. It's all about habits, having healthy habits. And if you do something like break the rules or something, make it like once every week or something. But stay healthy, stay conscious, and it's good for your children, of course, to stay healthy. Because people during COVID, I think they stopped. Some people stopped exercising. They were not going to the gym. So, but try to keep to keep exercising at home or
Me
do
too.
something. Yeah,
Me too. You
yeah,
know what I did? So
yeah.
my children were really bugging me. I want to have a dog. I want to have a dog. And so I thought, you know what? If we get a dog, then we have to go walking with the
Out
dog.
walking.
We
Yes,
have
yes.
to go
True,
out.
true,
So
true.
now, um, especially now they go back to school here in the Netherlands. So that's very, very nice. But I had them home with me a couple of months for homeschooling. And then what is the danger that you're cooped up in your house all day long? And
Yes.
so what I did in the middle of the day, during lunch, I made them go with me. And they were not always happy that I made them, but I made them because I threatened to take their phone if they didn't. So, but I made them to go on a little walk with me, even if it's for 20, 30 minutes, that's enough. But then we have a
That's enough.
little break, we move, we have fresh air, we're out in nature, the dog is happy. And you give your brain a break too, because the
True.
kids are behind the screen for their schoolwork. You are
Yeah,
behind the screen for your
like
work.
us. Yes, yes. You
And
need this break.
yeah, and I
Family
think
time.
too many people are just sitting down too long. We have sitting jobs now, and that's just so different from like decades ago. But
True.
it's the information age, so many people are sitting behind the screen and working. So make sure you move. That's every day, half an hour. I think that's one of the biggest um, health habits that everyone can use.
True. Also, with people starting more working online, business online, people started not to move before. Sales was like moving from door to door and all that, and this
Yeah,
is like more and more disappearing with COVID and all that. I totally agree with you, and it's good to make a habit like a daily habit, and it's good family time, and that's good. And
absolutely.
dogs, I have also a dog. It's amazing to have dogs around. It's unconditional love.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen your dog yet, by the way. I've seen your daughter, but not your dog. So next time, show me your dog.
Next time, sure. Next time, Tisha will let you see the dog. Tisha, of course, I always end the show with what are your wishes for 2021, and what's your advice to people, especially a lot of people lost their jobs like due to COVID and all. What's your message to people and how they can be more resourceful and find like new habits to do in 2021 to get more income and all that. What's your take on that?
Well, I think be creative and
Yeah.
don't give up. There are many ways how you can make money, even online. Even if you are supporting people who have an online business. So many online business owners want to outsource work because they do not want to edit their own videos or they do not want to go through their messages. There's so many things you can do online. You can start your own online business. With Cinzino, obviously, we're always looking for motivated people who are
Yes.
willing to put in the work, of course, and who find it inspiring to help people with their health and well-being, and create wealth. So that is really what we do at Cinzino. So if anyone wants to know more about this, They can contact me. They can also contact you,
Yes.
and that's no problem. But I think foremost, never give up. There's always an opportunity. Even if you're in a bad situation, new doors will open for you. So keep going. Don't give up. And yeah, you will find a job or maybe an online job. There's always something to do, and be creative that way.
True, you have to, and with all the opportunities opening that you can learn, LinkedIn Learning, all
Yes,
websites you can learn and upskill and stack up your skills, and that's really true. You have opportunity, you can be creative, you can work online. Like the LinkedIn open up opportunities, like what happened, collaborations, like we collaborated.
yes,
Me and you, we collaborated like on this project of Zinzino, and it's all about health, and it's all about promoting health, and
yes,
it's about environment, so environmental friendly products. So it's something nice. You don't know what will come to you through being active on LinkedIn, by posting, by connecting to people, and
yes,
supporting people. The things can open up. So don't be rigid on one way only of doing business. Be open to try and learn new things. And like you said at the beginning of the show, throw your ego away. You don't know everything. You will learn from a lot of people, a
yeah,
lot of people here. And like Nadal Hakel is saying also, don't brag
yeah,
yourself to forget about respect. I think he's hitting on it here. Don't brag for connecting or having a lot of connections or whatever. Someone you will learn. You're always learning here. We're all in a journey of learning new skills, learning from others. I totally agree.
I totally agree. We learn every day, and so maybe something, maybe it's a blessing that you lost your job. I know many people were not happy in their jobs. If
True.
you have now lost your job, maybe that's such a good opportunity to finally do what you maybe wanted to do years ago, you know?
Exactly. Find
So
your
maybe,
passion. Yeah.
yes, maybe now it's time to follow your passion or to do something totally different. And that's an opportunity to learn new skills, to meet new people, even if it's temporarily. Um, and yeah,
Yeah.
of course, with Cinzino, health is for everyone. And we are actually helping people globally with their health, and we are expanding rapidly. The business is growing so amazingly with 50% every year. It's
Uh,
such an amazing company to work with, and the people. It's so full of positivity. Everyone is there for you to help you. Um, yeah, so that's been such a positive experience for me. And you can even like start that part time, if you want to do that besides your job, that's okay too. You are your own boss in that sense. So again, um, lots of opportunities. Don't give up and keep going.
Thank you. Also, Tess Neyman is joining us. Interesting conversation. Thank you, Tess. Of course, Tess is also one of the great connections. She's helping a lot of people and finding jobs during COVID. So, shout out to Tess Neyman. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tess.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Tisha, do you have any questions for me before we go?
Well, if you look back at our conversation, what is the main thing that you remembered?
I remembered, of course, let your ego aside.
Ah,
I remember that you have to be consistent. I liked so much the four letters that you said about
oh,
LinkedIn, post quality, and be consistent and value and be authentic. I remember this. I remember, of course, talking about health and healthy habits and to be having healthy habits, eating healthy, walking like 30 minutes a day, taking a supplement like the product or something that helps balances your life, balances your omega, make good results. The results for you also. That's really important. The kids, of course, and time management, because I think you're a hero for having
oh,
like six kids and managing your time.
yeah. Some of them have grown up now, so I do not have
Yeah.
them all with me in the house. But yeah, good memories when they were all sick with us.
Yeah, of course, the memories. This is what counts, of course, and
Yeah.
We all love our kids. That's true, Tisha.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I don't know who is sending this wonderful guest today. I totally agree with you. Tisha is a wonderful guest and a role model for all of us actually on LinkedIn. Very kind and helping a lot of people achieving their goals and supporting more and more people on LinkedIn. Murtada Haider, thank you so much. Saying very useful and best wishes for both of us. Thank you for tuning in, Murtada. Thanks for everybody who joined us, and special thanks, of course, to Tisha. Thank you so much for your time,
Thank
and
you. Very
we will
welcome.
meet again and again. And
Absolutely.
wish you a great 2021, and to all people who tuned in, wish you a great 2021. Don't give up, and things can only get better, as we say.
Very true. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great honor to be here.
Thank you so much, Tisha. Have a good night. Thank you. Take care.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.